Hi guys, my name is Ollie, and if you're watching this video, we have at least one thing in common. We both love Korea. I hope you love Korea the same way I love Korea, so let me get to this video right away. I've been living in Korea for 8 years now. It's gonna be 9 years soon. Wow, time really does fly. Anyway, so why do you like Korea? Why do I like Korea? Why am I here even? There's many questions and there's many answers. Those who like K-pop will probably think of K-pop idols and dramas and stuff. But there's a lot more than that. The day's topic, let's just start with a little quiz. Do you by any chance know what October 25th is in Korea? You over there, okay, good job. But many people will probably not know because it's not really what you search for or what you know about when you learn about Korea. So let me just tell you. 25th of October is the day of Dokdo Island. I know, you probably haven't even heard of it, but let me just tell you a little bit about what it is. So, where exactly is it? So somewhere around here, you can see Incheon, and most of you know Incheon because if you've ever been to Korea or if you're planning to come to Korea, this is where you arrive at Incheon Airport. So this is Seoul. That's where we are right now. And where's Tokto? Tokto is somewhere around here. It's very, very far by the look of it. It looks pretty far and it looks pretty small, but it's small but important. Why is it important? I will tell you later. Some of you also may know or may not know that sometimes Tokto is called Takeshima, in Japan especially. Why this island has two names and why exactly you should call it Tokto, I will explain a little bit later. For now, this is Tokto. Let's repeat one more time. Tokto. Good. So here's some basic information you can easily find on the internet about Dokdo Island. It is said to be one of the oldest volcanic islands in Korea, and as you can see right here, it's all nature. That's why Koreans call it a treasure box, nature's treasure box in Korea. You can find over hundreds of different species of birds, dozens of species of different plants and marine plants. So yeah, it's pretty much what it is. It's nature's treasure box. Do people live there? They do, but not too many. There's around like 40 people who live on the island, and those are mainly people who maintain the island, who watch the island. Can you go there? Definitely. Since I think 2005, there's been over 2.5 million people who visited the island. And daily number of tourists who come to Dokdo is over 500 people. So yeah, you can go there. But here's what you gotta do. Before you go there, you have to apply. You have to make a reservation to actually get to the island. This one you have to remember. Me personally, I have never been to Dokdo Island. It's a shame because I've been here for 8 years, and now that I'm actually getting into this channel, that I'm picking the topics, looking at all different places, I realize there's so much I haven't seen. And only at this time, when we cannot actually travel as freely as before, I realized that there's just so much more that I have to see. So this one is actually on my wish list. So here's a quiz for you. How many islands do you think there are in Dokdo Islands? How many do you see? The answer is easy, just 2. There's a Western Island and Eastern Island. You see, I've even studied some techniques to be able to show you this. It's pretty, right? Makes you want to go there. Definitely makes me want to go there. But since we cannot travel right now, let's travel virtually. There's a place in Seoul that's called Tokto Museum, Tokto Research Institute. Pretty much if you go there, you can see a miniature version of this and learn a little bit. So shall we just go there? Ta-da! This is Tokto Museum that I was talking about right now. We're going to go in and take a look here's the place that you can actually learn a lot about Tokto's history and experience some environment of Dokdo Island. Actually, you can even have a 4D experience in there. I don't know what that is yet, but we're going to find out soon. Please don't mind me wearing a mask because, well, you know, we have to. And yeah, even if we cannot travel to Tokto right now, we can experience it over here. So let's go, follow me. Okay, there it is. Okay, remember I told you? 1, 2, 2 islands. Now, we're here inside. I'm going to be wearing my mask now because we have to be safe. Now let's go in and take a look. Oh, okay. Let's see over there. Sodo means Western Island. Dokdo means Eastern Island. This is actually the replica of the whole like environment on the island. Awesome. Awesome solar panels. Wow. And heliport. Wow. They actually recreated everything. Totally everything that you can find on the islands. Wow, this is pretty awesome. Oh, wow. It looks like it looks like real-time footage from Tokto. Ah, okay, I see. It's made by KBS. KBS is one of the biggest broadcasting stations in Korea. Apparently, they have installed some cameras on the islands to monitor them in real time. Wow! So this is what it looks like now. If we went there, this is what we would see. Virtual travel, everyone. Okay. Oh, I love this kind of things. This is the interactive corner. Okay, let's see. What is this? Tokto newspaper. Ah, okay. Am I gonna be in a newspaper or something? Here. Does it work? Wow. Thank you. It's actually pretty fun. Okay, looks like I made a full circle now. We're back at where we started. Yep. Okay, that was fun. It would be better if we could actually go there right now, but since we have limited traveling opportunities at the moment, well, this works too. If you want to come to Seoul, if you come to Seoul, visit here. Just remember you have to apply in advance through their website. So just search for Tokto Museum Seoul and visit anytime. Just submit your application and come here, experience everything by yourself. Good luck, and I'm going back now. Okay, I'm back. So, how was it? Now, to the main part. As a foreigner, I can only look at the evidence, right? Now, I'm going to explain to you one more time. Just sum it up for you. Why exactly Dokdo Island is Korean territory. Let's have a brief history lesson, shall we? So let me just sum it up for you real quick. First, let's look at historical evidence. There's evidence that this island was a territory of Korean Peninsula from 512 AD, which is over 1,500 years ago. In the times of Shilla dynasty, General Isabu conquered the nearby island, which is now known as Olundo. And from that time on, Tokto was an attached island to Olundo. Next, let's take a look at the legal evidence. In 1900s, the Korean Empire made an international public announcement and claimed the island. Immediately after the end of the World War II, in 1946, the Supreme Command of the Allied Forces declared that Tokto was actually owned by Korea. So far, so good, right? And lastly, there's geographic evidence, which is hard to deny. Tokto is much, much closer geographically to Korea than to Japan. And at this moment right now, Tokto is Korean territory and continues to be under Korean government. Tokto also was marked as Korean territory even in old Japanese maps. If you do come to Korea one day, I really think even if you don't get to go to the actual Dokdo Island, you should at least visit one of the museums. There's one in Seoul that I've been to right now, and there's one in Ulleungdo. It's pretty far from Seoul, so it's up to you to choose. For me, I personally would go to both. As soon as I have an opportunity, I definitely would travel to both of the islands and experience whatever, all the things I've seen at the museum, I would like to experience in person. So to wrap up, anyway, clearly from what we learned right now, Dokdo Island is Korean territory, even though there are still some countries who try to claim it as their own. We can make a conclusion that this topic is very, very sensitive for all Koreans. I mean, understandable. Imagine that someone just comes up out of nowhere and says that your country's territory is not actually your country's territory. You would be pretty pissed, right? So same goes for Koreans. So from now on, if you're thinking of coming to Korea, if you're thinking of making Korean friends, having any kind of relationship with Korean people, I think all of you who are watching this video right now should know that this island, you should call Dokdo Island. It's a very meaningful part of Korea. And when I say that it's a small but big island, that's what I mean. Even though it's small and very distant, it holds a great meaning to all Korean people. A lot of cultural events like hanbok, the Korean traditional clothes, it's called hanbok. So whenever they have fashion shows for hanbok, they do them on this island. Lots of famous musicians and dance groups, so on and so on, have performances over there. So it's a very, very, very important place. And it's amazing as well. The scenery is great. So if you have a chance, you should go there. I would definitely go there. And I really want to see everything that's in there for myself. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, if it was interesting, please let me know in the comment section. Also, if you have any ideas, any suggestions for this channel, I would love to hear them. If you have any questions, you can ask me questions about Korea. You can request videos of places you want to see, of things you want to learn about. As much as I can, I would try to share my experiences in Korea with you. And believe me, I have a lot to share. So, see you in the next video. 안녕!